Anshi Hindi, and I'm a therapist over here at Safe Stories. And how may I address you?
You can call me Rohan.
Okay, and can you tell me something about yourself?
I'm an undergraduate student right now. I live in Ghaziabad with my parents, and I'm a Hindu.
Okay, Rohan. And with whom have you come today?
With my mom.
Okay. And is there something that has made you want to approach me?
Yes, for the past month, I've been stressing a lot about college.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
So recently, there has been a lot of assignments going on, and my exams are just around the corner, and I feel like I'm not able to manage things.
That sounds good. Can you tell me what you mean when you say you've not been able to manage things?
So recently, I've been feeling like I'm really procrastinating a lot. I'm not able to start working or sitting in for it. Even when I sit, I go and doom scroll or something like that. Yeah.
I can sense how stuck you might be feeling with all of this. Have you noticed any other difficulties?
Yes. So I've also seen that I'm not able to concentrate much on the coursework or anything that I read in my textbooks. And whatever the teacher teaches us, it's very difficult for me to process. Even if they speak in very easy language, I still don't understand. And I've also noticed that I've been forgetting a lot recently this past month. Like small details which friends speak about, I've not been able to recollect as much.
So it seems like there has been some trouble with, meeting deadlines, with concentration, and something about forgetting, remembering things. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So Rohan, you talked about a lot of concerns, a lot of things. When did you first start noticing these changes?
So I noticed this about a month ago when my assignments just started out and my exams are also nearing around the corner. And I also remembered that just last week I had a presentation and I prepared really well, but when it came to actually giving it, I was completely blank. I forgot everything.
Seems like three things have been happening for you simultaneously, and that is making things difficult for you. How has this affected your daily routine?
So I used to really go out a lot earlier, and I used to go out with friends and balance my academics and social life. But so far I have not been able to because all I've been doing is sleeping and working.
And how has your sleep been and work been?
Sleep, I remember that earlier I used to sleep for at least 5 hours and would try and do as much as I can in terms of academics and assignments. But lately, this past week, I've noticed that I've barely been sleeping for 2 hours or so, and I'm constantly procrastinating.
And how would you describe your appetite and energy levels these days?
My appetite has been a little low because I feel like I'm stressing, so I'm not eating. Secondly, when I get up, I feel very tired and fatigued.
So, from the difficulties that you've mentioned, trouble concentrating, the tiredness, the forgetfulness of things, processing things, have they gotten better or worse? I mean, I know you mentioned about sleep getting worse, but what about the other things?
Difficult recently. Earlier, I could concentrate pretty well in the lecture timings, but now I've hardly been able to concentrate for a few minutes or so.
And did you face any of these problems in the earlier semester?
No, not really.
Okay. And it sounds like stress is right now severely affecting both your personal life, social life, and also your academics. How are things at home?
Well, my parents have always been very supportive of me, and yeah, I've just been telling them that I'm studying, and I really don't want to worry them a lot. So I've just been telling them that I'm studying and I'm doing my better.
Okay. So Rohan, could you tell me a bit about how academics were viewed in your family growing up?
So my parents always, focused on performing well, doing good, getting good marks. So,
And how has that affected you?
I feel like I really, wanted to prove myself and get the good marks and to show them that, I'm capable. Yeah.
Is that in any way affecting you right now?
Yes, because right now I'm in degree and scoring those good, exceptionally good marks is really, really difficult and I try my best, but I still don't, end up getting the best results, like somewhere above average. And that is very, like, makes it difficult to prove myself and to meet my parents' expectations.
It seems like those expectations probably didn't have that kind of pressure early on, but now that you're in UG, those
Yes.
okay. So Rohan, how would you describe yourself academically before this concern actually started?
So before this month, I think I was pretty good. I used to work well on time and even sometimes plan well in advance and manage my academics.
Okay, and what about your social life?
I used to really hang out a lot before with friends, go eat new foods and everything. It was good.
And how would you describe your general mood before that?
I think I was much more positive and I believed in myself and I was more calm also than now.
How would you describe your daily habits before this
I
started?
think if I compare now, earlier I slept much better, at least 7 hours, and I try to eat healthy meals. Yeah.
Okay, Rohan. So Rohan, I'll just ask you quick few questions. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me days of the week backwards?
Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday.
Okay, good. And what was the last class you attended in college?
Accounts yesterday.
Okay, alright. Now Rohan, I would like to ask you something that might come off as a bit distressing, a bit too direct, but it's something that I need to ask for your safety. Is it okay if I do that?
Yeah.
Have you had thoughts of harming yourself this past month?
No.
And what about before that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, alright. So based on the concerns that you've described before, now I'm going to administer a test. I'm going to give you a test which is called PSS, and it basically sees how uncontrollable or overwhelming an individual is finding their lives to be currently. So there are 10 questions and they will tap into your feelings and thoughts in the past month, and you will get options from 0 to 4, where 0 is where you have never experienced something, and 4 being you've experienced something very often. So I would like you to think about each item, even though they might appear very similar. I want you to think about each item and give a number. Is that
Okay. Yes, I'll do that. What was it?
So, Rohan, from the results that I can see of this test, you seem to be experiencing a high amount of perceived stress. So, a stress to that level, it's natural for it to affect your memory, concentration, and your attention towards things, and that's completely natural. Yeah, so Rohan, from what we have talked about today, it seems like there are multiple concerns that have been happening for you academically. There's trouble with concentration, with remembering things, with sleep, with socializing, and somewhere it has started because of because your assignments are going on right now, and you have your upcoming exams and all also past week, your experience with the presentation, and which led to feelings of embarrassment somewhere. There's something that has started that, and somewhere, if you look back in your childhood, somewhere your parents expecting a lot from you has made you want to perform well, and that could be pressurizing. Now, what I'm about to say next might come off as too assumptive or offensive, but it's something that I'd like to mention. That sometimes doing things last minute, not sleeping well, or not socializing with others, it can keep us stuck in a loophole. What do you think about that?
I do agree with you with the loophole part, because I do end up doing my assignments very late, and then I don't sleep, and because of that I also don't spend time with my friends and calling my family, because I get tired. So you do make sense about that.
I know things have been difficult for you this past month and especially this past week, but your self-awareness, you trying to seek help, and having a good academic performance previously are all your strengths. Are there any other things or people or places that pop up in your mind when you think about your strengths or things that support you?
As I can think, I feel yes, my parents do want me to do the best, and they do want me to do well in my exams and assignments. But at the same time, I feel like they're also very supportive of me, especially my mother. Whenever I'm stressed, they always help me out. And sometimes I also like to unwind, listen to some music, watch some movies, go out with friends for a few, snack or something like that. So these things can help me out a little bit.
So these are all your resources and sources of support, right? So from the questions that I've asked you early on, I can see that your cognitive abilities, when I say in terms of memory, in terms of concentration, they're all intact. What you might be experiencing right now is due to the academic stress that you are feeling right now. Yes, Roman. So I have a couple of ideas going forward, and you can just tell me if you be willing to work with that. So maybe we can work on mindfulness exercises, some breathing techniques, so that you can calm yourself down in situations where you're feeling stressed. We could also try making a study schedule, breaking down things so that you're able to manage your time better, and also somewhere working on thoughts that might not be helping you and replacing them with more supportive, more helpful thoughts. At the same time, we could also figure out how we can work around making sleep better and incorporating social activities in life. Is that okay with you?
Yes, I think that sounds helpful.
Okay, thank you, Rohan, and I will see you in the next session.
Yes.